What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and there has been a new proposal, listen to this, to take the entire $3.5 trillion stimulus package and turn it into stimulus checks, the entire thing. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on this one. This is your stimulus check update and your stimulus package update. Now, listen to this. There are 330 million people in the United States of America. That's right. That's about pretty much everybody, about roughly 330 million. Now, multiply that by 10,000, and what do you get? 3.3 trillion, which is roughly the size of the entire stimulus package, 3.5 trillion. So what they're proposing is give everybody in the entire nation, every single person, one $10,000 stimulus check. That's right. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Now, take a look at this. Right here, we have a tweet that just came out from Andrew Yang. I love a lot of what is being considered for the $3.5 trillion social infrastructure bill, but cash relief should be a bigger part of the bill. Saying that cash relief, aka stimulus checks, direct money to people. And it says $3.5 trillion is enough to give everyone in the country over $10,000 per person, which would solve a lot of problems. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Now, in addition to that, he tweeted this out. Take a look. If the Democrats want a lot of grateful voters and recognition, they should include a fourth cash relief check, aka a fourth federal level stimulus check. Now, that would make a whole thing more popular and harder to argue against. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below as we have another call from Andrew Yang to turn the entire stimulus package into one massive stimulus check for every single person in the United States. Now, you guys, I'm also going to be diving into an article that's going to give you an update as to where things currently stand with negotiations, as we do have an update, as this morning I let you know that we heard that Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi, she's going to be holding that infrastructure bill hostage, saying it will not pass until they pass that next stimulus bill alongside it and pass them tandem in the Senate onto the House. Well, we got an update. We got a response. Take a look at this. Moderates, they might try to force Pelosi to pass the $1 trillion infrastructure bill by holding the $3.5 trillion budget resolution hostage, you guys. So right now they are playing the political games, holding both of these bills hostage, saying that they're not going to be passing anything until somebody budges here. So they're pretty much playing chicken, seeing who's going to be the first to make a move, you guys. Now, I'm going to dive into this article, get you caught up on the latest as to where things currently stand with this. But as I mentioned, let me know your thoughts on turning the entire thing just into a massive stimulus check. Do you think that would help solve a lot of problems for people financially? So I'm going to dive right in, get you caught up on the latest. But before we do, if you could do me a quick favor, just takes a second. If you like and appreciate these updates, don't forget to take a second to smash that like button. I would appreciate it. Just takes a second, really helps out the channel a ton. Thank you so much. Also, leave your comments down below. I love to hear your thoughts on everything that's going on. And also, be sure to share this out on social media platforms if you think it's going to help out other people. And if this is your first time here and you want to stay up to date on all this stuff that's happening, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, come join the Ram fam. I'll keep you up to date on everything that's going on. And also, if you got any specific questions for me that you want me to answer, Steve Ram, be sure to shoot me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. That is by far the best way to get a hold of me if you got any specific questions for me. But with that being said, you guys, let's dive into this article so I can get you caught up on the latest as to where things currently stand with these bills being held hostage against each other and political games happening right now in Congress. But hopefully soon we will see something get resolved here. And also let me know your thoughts on just turning the whole thing into a stimulus check. All right, you guys, so as we speak right now, the Senate, they are working away to try to put together the provisions and all the legislative text on this new bill for $3.5 trillion worth of stimulus provisions. This is the second portion of the infrastructure package known as human infrastructure. They're calling it the anti-poverty plan, where they're going to be providing direct money payments to people. And we've heard proposed a blueprint that's going to be providing free college tuition, free child care, an extension of the child tax credit, and an assortment of different provisions. Now, what is not included is a fourth federal level stimulus check or an unemployment extension also on federal benefits of PUA, PEUC, and FPUC, the $300 weekly boost. Those are not included, but there are calls to have them inserted into the bill and have them be a part of it. Now, we will see if they get slipped in. And right now, if anybody tells you, oh, there is a fourth check included, or there will not be, absolutely not. Listen, it is something that we still do not know yet, and we won't know until it actually passes into law. As we've seen with prior stimulus package bills, they can be slipped in literally days before passed into law when they're already written as bills. They can still be modified at the last moment. So you guys, right now they're working on that. I'll be sure to keep you up to date on everything that's unfolding with that. But right now they're working away to try to get it done in the Senate, get something assembled and put together. And right now what we're hearing is that Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, has already announced that they're not going to be taking up the first portion, the infrastructure bill, unless they have that stimulus bill ready, ensuring that there will be stimulus or there won't be infrastructure. And we just saw in that last video I shared with you, she said that not only is she doubling down on that she's saying that there will be no infrastructure without stimulus, but also she said they're not even going to bother taking it up in the House this month. That's right. She said, get that stimulus package ready and we will take a look at them in September. And we have heard back. Take a look at this link in the description below to this article that just came out that says moderates may try to force Pelosi to pass the $1 trillion infrastructure bill by holding the $3.5 trillion budget resolution hostage. Pelosi and House moderates on a collision course over parallel spending measures. And you guys, there's one thing that we know is that Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi is not somebody that is to be trifled with. So we will see how this ends. Now, this article says that Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi and moderate Democrats and Republicans in the chamber are on a collision course over whether to pass the bipartisan $1 trillion infrastructure bill before the Senate finishes the Democrats' $3.5 trillion reconciliation bill. Now, Pelosi is committed to holding up the bipartisan infrastructure package until the Senate produces a reconciliation bill, something that likely won't happen until the fall. But with the House set to reconvene in less than 2 weeks, moderates who support the infrastructure bill are considering a way to speed that up. They are mulling a proposal for a vote on the infrastructure bill before a separate vote advancing the reconciliation framework, the budget resolution that the Senate passed earlier Wednesday, rather than the final bill. This strategy, if the group is able to convince Pelosi they are willing to withhold their votes on the reconciliation framework, could result in the bill passing the House by the end of the summer. But Pelosi doubled down in a Wednesday caucus call, listen to this, saying that she will not adjust her timeline. She also delivered an implicit threat that moderates should tread lightly, saying that the budget resolution should not be controversial and that Democrats should be able to pass it without drama. Man, you guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Now listen to this. Moderate members, meanwhile, are working with the White House on the matter, although the administration did not say whether it condones or is advising the effort to push Pelosi to cave to the moderates. So the White House, President Joe Biden, he's saying, I'm not taking a stance on this. I'm not going against Nancy Pelosi. Now it says, we are in direct, close touch with the president's colleagues in the House, partnering with them to pass the historic bipartisan infrastructure bill. White House Deputy Press Secretary Andrew Bates told Fox News, we're also working with the House to pass the president's Build Back Better agenda, which would extend the biggest middle-class tax cut in American history, invest in manufacturing, cut prescription drug costs, take on climate change and help families afford childcare, care for older Americans, and education, Bates added, and the president looks forward to signing each bill. So pretty much saying, we support this bill, we support having more provisions for people and for America, and we look forward to signing it. And you guys are going to have to work out your squabbling amongst yourselves. And Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg had this to say, listen, these are two separate packages, but they're definitely both a part of the president's vision. But at the risk of sounding simplistic, I would encourage legislators to vote for policies that they think are good and vote against policies that they disagree with. My hope is that this will be voted on in its merits, said White House Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. So the White House is saying that they agree and support with both bills and aren't really taking a stance on either one of them or what should be done. They're just going to go ahead and let Congress do their thing. But take a look at this. Listen to this part. If Pelosi does not agree to take up the infrastructure bill as a standalone vote, final passage could take months, you guys, as Democrats in both chambers are divided over the scope and the cost of the $3.5 trillion reconciliation package. Now, let me know your thoughts. Is what Speaker Nancy Pelosi doing good? Because she is ensuring that we're going to be getting stimulus, right? She's ensuring that we're not passing infrastructure without stimulus. We're going to tie the two together and we're going to be passing them tandem at the same time, because she's concerned that if they pass along infrastructure without stimulus, that stimulus will get left behind and we won't have an agreement to push it forward. Or is what she's doing wrong? Is she delaying the process, not trusting moderates to come together with progressives and pass a stimulus package? And is she just delaying out potentially months the next stimulus package? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. So you guys, that is the latest that's been happening right now in Congress with the infrastructure bill, the stimulus package, the negotiations, and also the call to just turn the whole thing into massive stimulus checks. And as always, you guys, as more information rolls out on everything that's going on, I'll be sure to keep you up to date here on the channel. And thank you so much for joining me today. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget to smash that like button. Just takes a second, really helps me out a ton. Thank you so much. And if this is your first time here, hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, come join the RAM fam. I'll keep you up to date on everything that's going on with stimulus, Congress, the economy, unemployment, anything having to do with money. That's what I like to talk about here. I will keep you up to date as news unfolds. And if you got any specific questions for me, be sure to shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. And with that being said, you guys, hope this reaches you well. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.